Check it out. It's animated now. What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? I'm sorry. I'll stop. No more. I was having a little fun. Okay? Man, listen. It's another beautiful day out here, okay? I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying the sun. Okay, there's some sunshine out there. You know, as you can tell, there's some sunshine hitting the wall here, as you can see. Beautiful big window. I can see a nice view and everything. Very nice. Listen. Okay, so today it's going to be a quick short video, okay? We're going to cover one little thing, and then tonight there will be a live stream. That'll be the episode 81. Tomorrow, I'm going to do something out of character, and I'm going to do another live stream, episode 78. So I was a little behind because I had been putting out the videos backlog. So I've been doing backlog videos just because it's the holidays, and I got people coming over, and it's getting kind of crazy, okay? So just full disclosure, okay? Many apologies. Also, there will be, again, just a reminder, no streams after 85, which is on Thursday, 12/16. From 12/17 all the way to basically New Year's, no stream. I'll be doing a stream on New Year's. I'll do a stream on the New Year's Day. So New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I'm gonna do that. God willing. I'm praying for that, making sure nothing happens. No craziness, okay? And then nothing. There'll be nothing except probably I'll probably put like a throwback video that's a podcast only into the channel. So I'll do maybe one of those, maybe one or two of those, and then nothing until the 4th. So 1-1 or 1-2 to 1-4, probably be like one video, maybe two videos, who knows, and then that's it. All right. So just a quick disclaimer there. I wanted to just establish that. All right. Today we're gonna talk about something that's a little touchy, okay? Now, bear with me, all right? Bear with me. I want you to understand this, okay? That I'm gonna use some language here that I kind of some in the know, some who are not in the know don't know, okay? So today we're gonna talk about some old people, right, who don't understand the shadow market, okay? I call these particular people who represent the people, quote unquote, represent the people who make rules for others who don't even know what's going on. They're not even involved, right? They don't involve themselves. They don't participate in the market. As you would think to yourself, hey, if I'm going to create rules for thee, then I should participate in the culture. You would think that, right? Not these people. But that's what you should do, right? That's how I look at it. If you want to be involved and you find a stake in it, you have a stake in it, or if you want to, you really represent the people, then you need to act on it and go in there and actually put your money where your mouth is. Literally go in there and put your money on the table and say, I want to participate and experience everything under the sun. Experience a rug pull, experience the games, the psychology. When you do those things, that's truly showing empathy. You are now learning empathy about the marketplace, and you're able to actually make rules that make sense, are doable, realistic, and nuanced enough that it does the job that you want it to achieve. You actually are, quote unquote, regulating, whatever you want to call it, rule making, whatever. You're actually imposing actual rules that will flourish, that allow the market to flourish, but also, you target the right kind of person, the scammers, right? Again, that's not going to always stop criminals from doing bad things. Criminals are always going to do bad things, but at least you create a process that is much more realistic as far as enforcement. All right, so I just wanted to present a solution ahead of all of this circus you're about to see. Okay, so I'm gonna put the link of the actual hearing if you would like to watch it yourself. Feel free. I'm not gonna put the actual a video on the stream for obvious reasons, or a stream video, whatever, for obvious reasons. But I do have like clipped images and reactions to what's happening in that market, or rather in the hearing. Okay, so there was a hearing, right? Oh, I'm not even on the right screen. There we go. So there was a hearing. All right, there was a hearing where the executives of all these on-ramp exchanges came to testify. Okay, they went to these, what I'm gonna call them, Palpatines. Okay, Palpatines, if you want to know, are they're beings, right? They are entities. Okay, I won't say people because it's a lot more complicated than that. They are entities who represent you and I, theoretically in a court. Okay, they go in there, people cast their vote for whatever Palpatine they want to put to represent them, and then may God have mercy on your soul. Okay, may God have mercy on your soul, because they sure won't. They sure won't. So here's what happened. You have all these executives, right? I call them, honestly, I originally was going to call them Dark Lords, but, we'll workshop that. We'll workshop that. So you have guys going in there who represent these, these on-ramp exchanges, and they were talking to these people, testifying about why, the little intricacies of the market, why things happen the way they do. What's a stable coin? What's the difference between what are the benefits of a stable coin that a federally digital dollar doesn't have, which is just like so insane. I'm telling you guys, again, I'm not trying to make fun of these people. I am trying to be respectful, but what do we do here? We're honest. We look at the reality, we look at what's going on, and we tell the truth about it, okay? I'm looking at this and I'm saying you guys don't even do your own research, okay? DYOR. I'm saying it, okay? I'm saying it now. You need to DYOR, because no one else is going to save you, okay? Nobody's going to save you. No one's responsible for your understanding of the market but yourself, okay? And see, that's the problem. If I have to baby you and tell you every single thing, if representatives have to, the exchange guys have to come in there and tell you, there's a problem here. You're a child. You're not an adult. You're not an adult. You're not fit to lead. You see what I'm saying? This is why they're Palpatines, because they're holding it with the grip. They're holding it with the iron grip. They're holding hostage people's freedoms. They're holding hostage people's livelihoods. It's like, you gotta grow up. You're old now, okay? You're grown. Be an adult. You're an adult now, okay? You can't be told everything all the time. You have the internet. Just like everybody else, you get on that internet, you go on your phone, whatever device you want to use. You have multiple options to go to, many different types of search engines to use. You can use whatever one you want to use, and you're gonna get the answer you're looking for anyways, regardless, because that's pretty decentralized anyway. As far as the questions, people always have as far as those simple questions they have, nobody has an agenda. I mean, well, at least not as far as the general idea of what the stuff is. People are like, oh, this is what this is. This is what this is. It's very simple questions they're asking. Like, what's the difference between a stable coin and a digital dollar? It's just like, it's like me asking you, what's the difference between the letter B and the letter T? Like, excuse me? What are we talking about here? What's the difference between the color red and the color blue? Huh? Well, how am I supposed to answer that with a serious face? I'm sorry. Have you even heard of Google? Or have you heard of Bing? Or have you heard of DuckDuck? Just go use something. Ask somebody. They'll search for you themselves. It's just insane to me. It's insane to me, the amount of the audacity, the laziness. The laziness is the problem, it shows your blatant lack of concern, your blatant lack of even caring enough to do your own work, okay? It's basic stuff. It's not even like, I'm going to go ahead and I'm confused by a billion ideas. Can you help me? That's a different story. Oh, hey, what's the difference between this exchange is staking and this exchange is staking? Or how come, what's the difference between the APY as far as the build up here than if they had an APY build up in the bank? Now, obviously, someone could easily say the amount, right? That's fine. But that would still be okay, because at the end of the day, that's a more complicated question. That's a more complicated, in-depth, very specific question that the market can offer you. The things that the market services the market can offer you. Or what's the value of an NFT versus if I were to just buy whatever else kind of commodity online that I can hold. Like the other day I talked about buying an action figure and holding it and then flipping it. What's the difference there? You know what I mean? Like, those are good questions. Those are actually, like, you care. Like, you actually did the basic work. You understand the basics of what the market is doing and what it's about and the history of it. Now you're asking level 2 questions. You're asking intermediary questions. It's like if you don't even do your homework and you come to class and you go, can you help me? I didn't even bother with the homework. Can you help me? Like, you didn't even look at the homework. How can I help you if you don't even look at the homework? Maybe it's a question you could have answered yourself, no problem. Look at the actual problem first. Anyways, I'm getting mad. I'm obviously annoyed because it's so simple. This stuff is simple, guys. And the problem with this whole system that we have in the old legacy system that we have about how we do things, about how democracy works, is broken. And it's broken and it's gonna die. You need to fix it. It's a car. It has issues in the engine. You need to replace it, okay? You need to go, and you know what? Just get the new car. All right, let's keep going. So there's that. This was the best question in the entire hearing. The one question someone asked, the only question anyone really should have been asking in the entire hearing. This guy said something that was a real life thing, okay? He said, listen, I represent these people in this community, these Dominicans. They have families overseas. They, obviously people who are, coming from here, first generation Americans. You have family overseas living a very impoverished life. It's very hard to watch your family across the ocean suffer. People who probably aren't able physically to travel, right? To immigrate, or people who are actually prohibited from immigrating for whatever reason. The reality is, this guy asks a question that is pertaining to people's real problems. He's like, hey, people are paying remittances overseas to their family, right? So how can this market, right? Because they get ripped off, they get, the money takes forever sometimes other things happen where the money just disappears. You don't know. Trust, I have family overseas. It happens, okay? I have one old relative. God bless her. She's you know what I mean? And I pay a little bit, and it makes sense because these are people who physically, there's no social security, there's no whatever in whatever country the person's from, right? So you're paying a little bit to help them, right? Assist them in their everyday life, their health complications, the doctor visits, that stuff costs money, right? So, and and to me, that's a family community thing, right? It's a more community family thing. You're not using the system. You're not using, governments. You're not asking for handouts. You're yourself happily. It's a charity thing in your family. You're happily paying into it. Anyways, that's a whole other thing. But my point of that whole thing is, this guy is saying, so how can the people who I'm representing, utilize this for them, right? Utilize this marketplace for them, right? So then they can send money to their family. Is there a possibility of doing that? How can they do it? Can you give me, more detailed information? How is that possible? See, that's perfect. That's a great answer. That's a great question that can get a great answer. Okay? This guy, absolutely, this is the kind of question people need to be asking. Like, hey, how can my people utilize this, right? How can we participate in the market? And basically, they're growing the market. You help these people with this, and you're growing the market. The market is gonna grow, and it's gonna be better. And people and guys like him are gonna be less likely, right? I'm gonna just say it, less likely to do what? To be, making rules and laws and regulations that hurt the market. Okay, when you have a stake in it, when you have people who represent it, having their constituents participate in the market, then you're gonna have less problems at least, not no problems, but you're gonna have less problems with that, Palpatine going in and making bad rules for it. You just have to think. It's simple stuff. These guys don't think, not him specifically, I'm talking about the whole group. They're not thinking, they're thinking the small term, it's, we don't understand this market, we don't like it, blah, blah, blah. It's a fear. It's a very real fear. And it's obvious to me at this point. Like, I think right now, everybody who has eyes can see that there is an old order thinking that is waning, is trying to gain control back, but it's not happening. I just thought I'd put this here. When I see them making stupid rules for no reason, and they don't understand, they don't even care, this is what I see. Just a leech, man. Because when they behave this way, they tell their own constituents, without even them telling their constituents, they're telling their constituents, hey, I'm not going to even do the work that you paid me for to do the research. Okay? I'm not even going to do what you paid me to do. See, that is a blatant disrespect for the constituents and for the American people. That's my take on it, okay? So, I thought I'd give you more red meat here. This has to do with later this week's, this is actually a little bit blending into a little bit later this week's content. Wednesday, I think Wednesday, we'll be talking about something a little spicy. We'll see how that segment goes. I hope I don't get in trouble. I don't think so, but we'll see. I think it's fine. It's again, all this is entertainment purposes only, okay? DYOR, all entertainment purposes, okay? And just to let you guys know, they just not blue, okay? They are not just blue. I mean, don't forget, I forgot I put that word in there. But yeah, we'll talk about wax culture later this week. It's a deep dive. I hope I'm not on here for like 3 hours. I'm gonna try and break it down so then it's not that, okay? Let me just say that right now. But another thing, some more red meat here. But another thing, what really annoys me about these guys is, in general, the general gist of them, right? Is that they really show a lack of concern for their people when they don't even want to do the basic research. Like, if this market is such a bad marketplace, you would at least owe it to your constituents to do the research and really understand it, so then people don't get wrecked, right? If you really care, show it, okay? You show it. You do your own work, okay? You do your work. That's the truth. People who care, they do. They show by doing, okay? They don't just, play around. They show it, okay? If you really care, you show it. That's the truth. Not talking about it, not like yada yada yada, poo-poo it, you shimmy shammy it, you just say, nah, we good. No, you show it. You do the work. You go and you go into the search and you get all the research you need done. You spend weeks, maybe months, maybe years, right? If you really care. And then you come out and you're knowledgeable. You're like, hey, this is this, this is this, this is this. And if you really wanted to show, hey, this market is dangerous, you go to all the rug pulls, you figure out what made the rug pull so bad, you figure out what all these people are doing, and you find out all the characteristics of each rug pull, right? And you line them up. And then you're able to really make arguments against these exchanges and these executives that they don't even know. Oh man, I just realized that word is in there. God dang it. God dang it, I tried, y'all. How did that even happen? Oh, I know how that happened. Oh, I should have, okay. I know what I did wrong. I should have copied the censor too. Oh, it is what it is. So anyways, that's my point, okay? That's my point about this. So what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about this? Do you think this is a bigger problem? Do you think this is a nothing burger? Do you think the regulation deals that they're doing are gonna be the catastrophe for the market, or do you think that this will just all blow over? You let me know in the comment section. I appreciate your time. God bless you guys. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Hope you have a good time in the sunlight, and of course, as always, happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Happy New Year and take it easy. Bye-bye.